Welcome everybody to round 5 of 11 at Monaco today and for the F1 race today. So with that being said, let's quickly run through to the track introduction.
Round 6 of the World Championship takes us to the charismatic street circuit in Monte Carlo for the Monaco Grand Prix. This tight, twisty 3.34 kilometre track is a huge challenge for the drivers, and barriers lie in wait, ready to punish mistakes. There are 19 corners and 21% of the lap is spent braking. There's quite a bit of elevation change from the harbour side to the casino square. Each driver makes over 4,000 gear changes during the Grand Prix. Let's check out a fast lap with last year's pole sitter, Nico Rosberg.
And welcome back everybody to the track at Monaco for the F1 race today. And joining me in the commentary box today is Josh Knott. Welcome, Josh.
Hey man, thanks for having me, dude.
All right, awesome. This is going to be exciting stuff. Monaco's always, there's always little things happening in Monaco.
Oh yes, definitely, especially when I'm driving.
Yeah, we probably see a lot of wings getting replaced in this race. All right, as we see a lot of guys going out on track already.
Yeah, interesting. Brandon Smith, the only one opting for the medium tires. That's very interesting.
Oh yeah, maybe he's looking at a different strategy to the rest of the guys on track.
Yeah, possibly going a little bit longer, which can work out for you if you use it to your advantage.
Oh, I love that view there, that little chicane. Right, we're currently looking at Alexander Albers.
Right. So usually by now I probably would have pinned it into the wall, but but yeah, I mean these guys, I don't really know all of them, but from what I've seen of them, all of them are very quick. So it's going to be an interesting race to see who comes out on top. As we see Alexander going on his fast lap now. Let's see how he can do on those.
Yeah, unfortunately I don't have driver cards for some of these F2 drivers standing in as reserves for the F1 drivers. We'll probably look at changing that for season 2, where I have driver cards even for the reserve drivers, but I only have driver cards for the permanent drivers. So Kyle is also one of the guys standing in for the F1 at the moment. Also one of the new drivers to our league. Rafael, also F1 reserve at the moment.
And I think Jasper as well.
I do believe you're right, yes. So we got a lot of reserves standing in for this race at the moment.
Which is good because they drive in F2, and then they get a chance to kind of get the differences of the F2 cars and the F1 cars.
Yes, and it also gives you an opportunity to kind of, weigh yourself up against the guys in F1, so that guys that are looking to get promoted, at least can suss out the field.
Yeah, exactly. And I think maybe those guys will have a bit of a point to prove today, but we'll see as qualifying goes on and the race.
Charlie Hancock, I've got something for him. Let's bring up his card for you guys to have a look at. So Charlie currently qualifying usually around 13 out of 20 for his qualifying, so he's about midfield, but he tends to do very good in races, it looks like. So he's got 100% attendance, great for that, and one podium so far and one driver of the day. He's got 4 out of 4 points finishes, so that's brilliant.
Nice. So he could be a potential Mr. Sunday, as they say.
Yes, well, it looks like he's currently second in the championship, so that's brilliant. So we'll quickly have a look at his finishes here, where you see his last round in Spain, he finished in 8th place and scored 4 points. His rounds before that was better and more consistent. But yeah, maybe we'll see some good things happening from Charlie here in this round.
Yeah, you could. I know it's probably a bit early to say this, but he might be wanting to push for that title. Because I know if he's as he is quite fast, I'd imagine he would be wanting to go for that title as soon as possible.
Yeah, I think the lead that Noel currently still has is quite cemented. I think he's got nearly double the score of the guy in second place, because Noel's been here basically from the start, and he's been scoring consistently. So the guys are going to have their work cut out for them if they want to try and catch the championship leader at this point.
Definitely, and as we noticed there, Noel's leading the pack at the moment with a 1:08.970. So very decent lap from him. I'm sure he's going to be happy with that.
Again, showing why he's the championship leader at the moment.
Exactly, and also setting the bar, so to speak, as to what the guys need to get. And I know these guys, they're not going to be happy with one run. They're going to be doing multiple over the session.
Here's that debut driver for that actually made his debut in the F2's race just last night. Kyle Felvis, doing really well. I mean, 6th place there at the moment on the grid. He's a young lad from England, but yeah, looking forward to seeing what he does for the remainder of the season.
Yeah, I mean, these F2 guys that have come up now to sub in for the F1 drivers, I think they're gonna be the ones to watch, I feel, because I know that some of them are pretty quick, or if not all of them, and I think it's gonna be a very, very interesting race to see the battle in the midfield and maybe towards the back as well.
Yeah, and we also got a pretty good attendance for the race today, 15 out of 20. Some of the guys couldn't make the race, but I mean, that's to be expected. Sometimes these things happen.
Definitely. As it looks like Robbie at the moment is on his way onto his fast lap, I think.
Currently looking at the pit lane here for a little bit of time, seeing one of the Red Bull drivers coming in.
Yeah, I think that could be Kyle, actually. Yeah, it is Kyle. Putting in a 1:10.416, very good lap from him. I'm sure he's very happy with that.
A lot of cars out on track at the moment, so people could probably be running into a bit of traffic as well.
Yeah. To be fair, that's in these kind of tracks, that is always quite a bit of an issue, particularly if there's not really a lot of space to overtake.
I wonder if the race director has fallen asleep. He seems to be very interested in the pit lane there for a little bit, eh?
I know, but
Oh, Noel has improved his time again.
Yeah, I tend to agree with you. I think Noel is the one to catch. I mean, just by improving his times.
Yeah, let's have a look at Rabbi's card at the moment. So he's also one of the guys that has 100% attendance. Also around midfield for his qualifying and race, but he's gotten himself one podium. I believe that was in round 1. We can quickly have a look at his races on the left there. So he's got 2 points finishes and 1 did not finish, and as he pulls off to the side of the road there. So he's currently actually 3rd in the championship. So good luck to you, Rabbi, and hope you do well today as well.
Yeah, definitely. I think he's gonna do well. But
okay, now we've got Gideon Renner here on screen. So he's only got 50% attendance. He's got 1 did not finish. He's qualified really well in his previous race that he attended at China, but then he ended up getting a did not finish and ended up in 12th position. So that was unfortunate that I know he was really doing well in the beginning of the race. Hopefully today he'll have a little bit more luck. I know he's one to actually watch. He's really quick, this guy.
Yeah, I think the one thing the drivers will be focusing on is those braking points, especially going into the into that chicane coming out of the tunnel. Because that's going to be, if they get that wrong, that could be very bad in the race pretty quick.
Philippe Mullen. Alright, let's bring his card up so we can have a look at his stuff. So he's on 50% as well on his attendance. He has 1 did not finish. So he's only raced in Spain last race, but then, in China, but he ended up getting a did not finish in 13th position there. So that was unfortunate for Philippe. I know he's also one of the guys that is very quick. So we should see him at least push for a good finish in today's race.
I think let's hope for some Williams points, especially if Philippe can get that Williams.
No, Philippe is actually part of McLaren.
Oh, is he actually part of it?
Yeah, you're looking at Peter on screen now.
Sorry. Yeah, sorry. For a second, I thought I was watching Philippe for some reason, but it's fine. We all make mistakes.
So Peter is also an F2 driver that is playing the reserve role today, standing in at Williams. This is also his debut race today, so hopefully he'll do well.
Yes, I think he will do well, because I know how I've raced against him before and I know how quick he is. So I think if he can get that Williams into the points, I think that'll be at least his first introduction race.
As you can see, F1. He's already invalidated these current laps, so people really do struggle sometimes with this very strict corner cutting rules. So yeah, he's going to have to send it around again to try and get a lap time on.
Yeah, I mean, on these kind of tracks, it just takes you one tap against the wall to invalidate the whole entire lap and to do it all over.
Gideon currently in 2nd place there. Like I was saying, he's very fast. So very unlucky in Spain, but in China. He's the race where he did not finish. But yeah, hopefully he'll do great today and his luck will turn around.
Yeah, hopefully we'll see both the Alfa Romeos actually get into the points today, which would actually be good. As we see Charlie Hancock there in, I think, 10th place, which is a good position to start in, because at least you can make up some positions.
Alright, we got 4 minutes left here of qualifying, as the F1 guys only have 18 minutes to qualify in. Joe currently on track there for Mercedes. I'll bring up his card for you there as well. So he's had 2 starts in the season so far and 67% attendance. He's had one of the 2 races he actually got points, and the other one he had a did not finish. So he actually did not race in Spain, but he did not finish in China, and 4 points in Vietnam. So yeah, currently his qualifying is about the top quarter of the field, I'd say, and races he does about 12 out of 20, so that's about midfield. So yeah, let's hope he does some good things for his team today as well.
Yeah, definitely. I'm sure he'll be looking to improve for his teammate.
Gideon hits the wall there, trying to turn in just a little bit too quickly.
Yeah, see that's what I was talking about earlier, is that you need to be very careful of those braking points.
And Philippe also getting it quite wrong there around that slow corner. This is a very, very technical and very, very tricky track. Not everybody's favorites. I mean, this is Monaco is just known to be not a very passing friendly track, but also very, very dangerous track.
Yeah, it's not one of my favorites, to be honest.
Yeah.
But there are some
to be honest, none of the city tracks are my favorites.
Fair point. But I mean, there are people who love the city tracks, like the street circuits and stuff. So fair game to you, but not for me. As we watch Philippe going into the pits.
Who are your favorites for today's race?
Oof.
Probably Noel, right?
Look, to be honest with you, it doesn't matter where you start. If you get a good start and you're able to make overtakes early, you're pretty much set. As long as you don't get messed up over with the pit stops. I'm gonna say the Alfa Romeos.
Are you putting your money on Gideon?
Yes.
All right.
Yes. It might be commentator's curse, but in this case, I hope
I'm gonna say I'm gonna think that Noel would do well. He's already qualified really well, and then I would say I'm hoping that my Ferrari boys do well, because currently they're 4th and 5th, so that's not a bad start. I mean that's 2nd and 3rd row, so they should be able to at least capitalize a little bit.
The only thing I'm kind of disappointed with is that I don't see any racing point guys.
Yeah, unfortunately, your team didn't make an appearance for the race. Nobody pitched up.
Oh man, come on, boys, you're letting down the side, man. Yeah.
Yeah, no pink cars at Monaco.
Yeah, no pink Mercedes. But yeah. It's going to be an awesome race. I know everybody on the grid is going to be pushing the absolute limit, trying to.
Oh, there we got Aaron on screen now for the first time, the Ferrari boy. So he's done really well. He's got 1 start, 1 pole position, 1 fastest lap, he's the guy to watch for this race for sure. Qualifying, he's already once got pole position, and definitely look at the race finishing as well, so he's definitely going to be one of the favorites for this race for sure.
Yeah, he's definitely going to be quick. I mean, we're watching him at the moment. He's looking very, very fast, very comfortable in the car. So I see no reason as to why he wouldn't move, possibly a higher up.
As he decides to bail on that lap with only 6 seconds left.
Because he hit the wall, probably.
Yeah, or maybe his lap time was slower and it was pointless to go around again.
Possibly.
Yeah, Joe coming around. He's currently a little bit faster, but then what on earth was that?
That looked painful. I
That
hope that
that
wasn't
was
like that.
confusing.
Yeah, it was.
Made his own track there for a second.
Yeah, 1 second he was there, the next second he was like through the wall.
Aaron does go out again, but that's strange because qualifying time has already expired. So he'll only really be able to do his outlap.
Or maybe it could. I didn't actually think about this before, but maybe he's just doing a test just to make sure that he's got the right line so he doesn't hit the wall again. That's quite possible.
Yeah, perhaps. But you never want to like put unnecessarily a lot of laps on your tires either.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But as it stands now, everybody very, very quick. Noel, I'm looking at you. But yeah, everybody's really, really quick. I think everybody's within about like 4 or 5 seconds of each
But
other.
how quick is that Kyle as well? I mean, sixth place.
Yeah,
He's flipping brilliant.
And he only did the 1 lap and he got a 1:10.1. I mean, yeah, he might just be a kid, but he's very, very quick. So don't sleep on him.
Oh yeah, for sure. All right, that concludes the qualifying session at Monaco. All right, now we're just waiting for everybody to get sorted. As we can see, Noel took pole position there. Congratulations to Noel Coleman.
Yeah, well done, man.
And second place, Gideon Renner. And Noel's countryman there, Noel Mullen, in third place. So they're doing really well. Aaron in fourth place for Ferrari, and Rafael Martins in fifth place for Ferrari. Kyle making his appearance in sixth place for Red Bull. Connor, Bergstrom, and Joe for Mercedes following that. It's always great to see both teammates doing well and close proximity to one another.
Definitely, even if the one teammate starts further up the grid, like in like first or second, and then the other one's like 9th or 10th, it's still good to see, because then you still have your team still has pace.
Yeah, ideally you want both cars to be in the top 10.
Exactly, and I think if Charlie Hancock, my gosh, shoot me. I think if Charlie Hancock can get a really decent start, I think he could be in with quite a bit more points than just 10th place.
Yeah, we'll see if our predictions pan out today. I mean, anything can happen at Monaco, and with it being so damn tricky to pass here, you'll definitely see pit lane strategies come into play, and some drivers getting frustrated and making mistakes. So all of these things add to the drama that is Monaco.
Yeah, as we're going on the formation lap, guys busy trying to warm up their tires.
Yeah, we're leading them out.
Yeah, Quinton, how does cold tires affect your car when you're starting a race, and how important is it?
No, it is very, very bad. I mean, these tires need to be warmed up to become sticky and to be able to stick to the road surface. Now this has an impact on everything from acceleration off the line, because you can't put the grip down, you can't put the power down, so you have a slower start. Also has an effect on your braking coming into corner 1, because you can't be gripping the tarmac. You can't be putting down the braking as effectively, as the tires are cold and they'll slide. They're like, they're completely slick. So if you did not do a proper job of warming up your tires on the formation lap, or you got disqualified, like we see some of the guys already from the formation lap, they're starting with cold tires, and it's just you're putting yourself on the back foot. So you really got to be careful doing the formation lap, keeping your distance from the guys in front of you so that you don't accidentally hit somebody.
Yeah, it's very similar to, say, like a VSC or a safety car.
As we see, a whole bunch of guys have gotten it all wrong and the formation lap and got reset to the starting blocks.
Yeah, it seems like Adrian just taking his time getting around the track. which is a good thing because then you can still warm up those tires, but then, yeah.
Alright, now we're getting everybody slotted where they need to be. And Monaco's about halfway through the season, as it is round 5 of 11. So, yeah, this is going by quite quickly.
Yeah, it feels like just yesterday we started the season.
3, 4, 5 lights, and we are off for the Monaco Grand Prix. As we see a really great start there by Aaron, and Gideon challenging Noel right away, getting past Noel there for first place, charging up the hill, followed closely by Noel and Aaron. Both the Ferraris having a pretty good start there, currently in 3rd and 5th. Fantastic start here by Gideon though. Jeez, he was quick.
Yeah.
Everybody keeping it nice and clean. Good start there by, it looks like, the two Ferraris, the two Mercedes cars as well.
Yeah, a good. I don't know if you noticed, but a very good start there by Asia from I think last place. He went all the way up to. He went all the way up the order. It happened so quickly I couldn't keep track.
So we got a couple of guys on mediums, 4 guys on medium, the medium option. So we'll see how that comes into play, with the pit strategies.
Yeah, because I know the top 10 have to stick to the tires that they qualified with, whereas the rest of the guys behind them, they got free choice.
That's correct. Gideon currently doing a great job charging the field up this hill and starting to build up a little bit of a gap between him and Noel.
Yeah, he's also trying to focus on getting out of that RDS range.
And Peter gets past Jasper there for 10th place. Well done.
I love it myself.
Yeah, they're currently working on making Williams great again.
Yeah, definitely doing a good job. Peter up into 10th place, so very good first lap from him. So hopefully he can get that Williams higher.
Oh, and Joe is right on the tail of Charlie there, trying to. Oh, and he gets a little bit liberal there with the track limits, and obviously getting a warning there. That was a little bit of aggressive driving there by Joe. Probably see the stewards having a look at that. Again, he goes for a deep dive bomb again. So Charlie not letting up, and Joe also equally frustrated. But with them tussing it out, Peter has actually said thank you, no thank you, and gotten past both of them. And look, what on earth are they doing? It looks like this is mating season on F1.
Yeah. That was very, very
Did we just tune into an episode of Discovery Channel here or something, like Animal Planet?
Yeah, National Geographic.
Jeez.
It's interesting. It's good that Peter got those passes done before turn 1.
Yeah, no, that was really brilliant, the way he was able to get past both of the drivers, tussing it out. And with all of this happening, Jasper has now also passed Charlie. For 10th place, so Charlie has now moved down to 11th. Rafael currently in 5th place, charging behind Philippe, putting a lot of pressure on their McLaren driver there.
All these guys are really close.
Yeah, and you can also see how hard they're pushing their cars as well, trying to get every single split second out of a lap.
Philippe coming in with a 3-second time penalty there for
multiple corner cutting, yes.
Yeah. But I mean, going back to that turn 1, I mean, that's where the infamous line comes from: no heroics into Sandoval, please.
Yep.
But then everybody does it anyways, so.
Alexander Alves has now moved up to 10th place. Great job.
Yeah, he's actually. I feel like he's actually driving patiently. He's not like overly aggressive. He's waiting for his opportunities and taking them.
Apparently, so far it's been really a good race. I mean, we've had a few incidents, but the first couple of laps were quite good.
Yeah. All in all, it's been really clean driving. Which is
Rafael Martins, the Ferrari driver, has now scored himself a penalty also. I'm going to put up the penalties there so we can have a look. So there's 4 drivers that have now, had infractions when it comes to track limits.
Yeah. A little bit of a lock-up.
Look how close all of these top drivers are though, hey? They're all just like a whole string of cars just following one another. Oh, we're a little bit of Tokyo drifting there. Oh! Brandon and Rabbi seems to have made contact there through the tunnel. Oh, that's unfortunate.
Yeah.
Doesn't look like he scored a lot of damage there. Does look like there's a little bit of front wing damage. Rabbi seems to have gotten away quite unscathed with regards to that.
Yeah, I'm sure there'll be a report after the race.
No, for sure the stewards would definitely have a look at that. Oh, another deep dive.
Oh.
Lucky Noel not to have made contact there. That was a little optimistic, I would say, at best.
I had something similar happen last night. But yeah, he was very lucky not to hit the Alpha in front of him.
Yeah.
I'm struggling to find words right now because I'm doing the driving in circles.
Yeah, this is really action-packed.
Yeah, it is. It's like you don't want to say anything in case you miss something.
But Gideon's still leading the pack here. Now, it'll be interesting to see if he can maintain this and whether or not his pit stop strategy will either play in his hand or in Noel's hand.
What would actually make it very interesting if they both pit on exactly the same lap. That would definitely make it interesting.
Yeah, then it's all going to come down to who's got any damage to their car that needs to be repaired.
Mm-hmm. True.
But so far, these top runners have really had some clean and great driving.
Yeah, Kyle's still actually keeping up with them. So
yeah, the top 6 are doing a fantastic job. I mean, 6 cars, look at that. All just following one another. This is insane.
Yeah, I don't think, in all my times of playing the F1 game, I don't think I've ever seen a DRS train like this.
Yeah, no, they definitely can't get away from one another because the one just gives DRS to the one behind and it just carries on. Oh, and Kyle gets very close to the Ferrari there. Had a sneak peek. Jasper also getting a penalty now. Kyle's really looking interested in the back of Rafael there. Clearly feeling that. Oh, and even the Ferrari is now looking at Noel there and saying, "Thank you. I'll have this position." Great pass there, and he takes two. Does he take 2 positions? He takes 2 positions. 2 positions there by Aaron. What a pass!
Which caused Gideon to have a little bit of a crash there, but it doesn't seem like he's lost.
Yeah, I think he just got unsettled with his braking and mistimed it. There was no interference from Aaron's side, though.
Yeah, exactly.
But that has to have rattled both Noel and Gideon with that move.
Oh yeah, definitely, because nobody would have seen that coming.
Jeez, and now Aaron is just putting his head down and floor to the board there. I'm like, just like putting the foot down.
The thing that's interesting to note is that Noel is keeping up with him, as we see Philippe going up into 3rd place.
Okay, now we're starting to see some gaps starting to form up. Kyle seems to have gotten past the Ferrari driver now, but that's because the Ferrari has gone into the pits at lap 8.
Yeah, I think Gideon might be looking to pit now because he's dropping down the order.
We also see an Alpha in the pits there. I'm not sure who that was though. That could have been Gideon. Oh, it was Gideon as well.
Yeah, because it looked like he had a bit of damage from that crash earlier.
Right. So that's probably why he opted into pitting immediately. Hopefully he can come back from that.
Yeah, but as we watch Aaron and Noel duking it out for first place. These guys are quick. Like, I've never seen two guys so close and be out front.
Yeah, no, I mean, we did say that both of these guys are, you know, our favorites for the race, and I mean, like, just look at the skill. These guys are on a different level.
It definitely looks like Aaron's definitely trying to put his foot down.
But
because that gap is growing.
But it's good to see with Aaron and Rafael and all these new guys that are super quick coming into the league now to actually give Noel a bit of a challenge, because for the first half of the season he's kind of been running away with it.
Yeah, it's always good to have good battles all the way up and down the field.
Absolutely.
Makes the racing a lot more
So Charlie is now and he hits his back end there, damaging the back wing there as well.
Yeah, so he's probably gonna look to go pit now because he will need to replace that.
Yeah, and that allowed Jasper to get past him. We're currently looking at the race leader there. I'm very happy, of course, because that's my team. I was hoping that the Ferrari team would do well at this track, but I'm very pleasantly surprised, because this is a very hard track to do well at.
Yeah, it is. It really is. As Connor gets a penalty.
So, Alpha coming out of the pit lane there. That's Charlie, currently already being lapped.
Yeah.
So it looks like, yeah, Charlie's had a bit of bad luck, because he's had to now stop twice already in it's only lap 10. And I mean, we saw that he did have the pace in the beginning, but he's clearly had a lot of bad luck so far. As we see, there's a couple of guys at the bottom of the field who's had to stop quite a few times. And Rabbi even 3 stops already. I mean, that's crazy.
Yeah, I think I somewhat know how they feel, because I've experienced that bad luck quite a bit. But yeah, in that moment, you just got to kind of plow through it and focus on the end of the race, try to get to the end.
There we go. Peter Marr really doing well as well for Williams on his debut, currently up to 5th place.
Yeah, as we see Merck kind of bottoming it a little bit.
Yeah, that looked like Joe at the background there. He does not like that little chicane section there. That's the second time we've seen him have issues there. Connor, his teammate, is currently doing really well in 4th place for Mercedes.
Yeah. As we see Kyle going up into 1st because Aaron has actually hit him.
There we go. Now let's see if Kyle's overcut might work here.
Yeah. Also, something to note is Peter doing very well up into 2nd, but also he hasn't stopped yet. So that's going to be interesting to see how he plays that.
Yeah, there are only 3 drivers so far still out that have not pitted, and that is Kyle, Peter, and Alexandre.
Yeah.
They're all going for the long stint.
I think those guys were all the medium runners, right?
Yeah, possibly.
Yeah, because that would make sense.
Two Ferraris following one another. It's great to see them both working together like this.
Yeah, let's hope they don't pull a Red Bull of 2018 and one smashes into the back wheel. That would not be good.
That would not make me a very happy team principal.
Yeah, it would be like you are Christian Horner.
Yeah, the mic would have to be muted.
Oh yeah.
All right, we're seeing quite an aggressive move here by Joe, and again he gets it wrong at this chicane, and he actually resets, so that's not allowed. Just so that everybody knows, you are not allowed to reset your car when you've had an incident. This is actually something that we'll mention to the guys going forward as well. because I think some of them are not aware of the fact that you are not allowed to reset, and it is actually a disqualifiable offense.
Yeah. As we see, one of the Williams, it looks, I don't know who it is.
That's Peter Marr leading the two Ferraris closely behind him.
It goes to show how well the Ferrari guys are working together to the point where they're caught up to the leader and nearly went for a move there on Peter Marr.
But Peter has still to pit, so his tires are worn out and they're on fresh mediums behind him.
Yeah, so I think those two Ferrari boys just need to be patient because they just need to wait.
They're like mirroring each other right now at the moment. Look at that. They're just like, it's a Ferrari train. Going for the inside there.
Them passing at the same time.
Nope. I fell a little bit too slow to capitalize on that one. Looking on the inside, looking on the outside, getting cut off.
Just the way it looked going down that pit straight, it looked like both of them were trying to pass him at the same time. That would have been epic.
Now Rafael has a look, but there's just not enough. Gets on the inside and manages to pull it off. Wow.
Well done.
That was brilliant. And Noel is actually caught up to the back of Peter now as well. So this might slow Noel down a little bit being behind Peter, but he should be able to pull this off quickly. Look at that experience.
Around the outside.
Immediately getting around Peter there. Fantastic work there by Noel.
Peter locks up into that chicane.
Oh, and then he gets it all wrong. We see him, there he just corrected his car there. But yeah, he had a spin out.
That's unfortunate.
Gideon currently in 6th place. So he's managed to claw back a little bit of his previous glory.
Yeah.
Right on the back of Connor here. Now we've already seen that Gideon does have the pace around this track, so that he'll be putting a lot of pressure on Connor, and it'll be interesting to see whether or not Connor can cope.
Yeah, definitely. It's going to be interesting to see how he reacts.
A little bit of a lock up there by Rafael.
Yeah.
Just goes to show how hard these guys are all pushing, eh? Aaron is currently just, running away with it at the moment.
Yeah, I think the question on everybody's minds now watching is that can anyone catch Aaron? That is the question, and as this race unfolds, we'll find out soon enough.
Absolutely. I mean, for a second there we had the two Ferraris, basically mirroring each other, but right now, Aaron is just stretching that lead.
No, it's almost like Aaron saying, "Sorry, bud, this is mine."
Yeah, like okay, bye now. And we have a look down the field. So we got Noel in 3rd, Philippe for McLaren in 4th place, Connor in 5th, Gideon in 6th, Kyle in 7th, Alexandre, Alves, who has now pitted also, is in 8th, Peter Marr in 9th, and Jasper in 10th. That's the top 10 so far. Gideon very close on Connor there.
Oh, what happened to Robbie?
Oh, he must have crashed out someplace. It looks like sector 3 there.
That's unfortunate.
Now that's probably going to cue a safety car. Or not, no, it was just a yellow flag. They're lucky that they did not have a safety car called out.
Gideon pushing really hard, trying to get past that Mercedes, cutting the corner a little bit.
You see a lot of guys that have actually gotten penalties. Only 4 drivers, like including the Rabbi, who has not gotten penalties.
Yeah, but with unfortunately Ravi crashing out, it moves Adrian a spot up. So he'll be looking to maybe potentially catch Joe if he can. Oh, at least close the gap a bit.
Well, with Gideon being stuck behind Connor now, it has actually allowed Kyle to catch up to the back of Gideon now. Ooh, and he gets it all wrong there. But now that's really put him on the back foot, because now Kyle is right on the back of Gideon.
See, this is what real life F1 should be. Close racing all the time. It'll be so much more fun to watch.
That's true.
Oh, someone ends up getting a 5-second penalty.
Oh, this is good racing. I mean, my word.
Yeah, it's difficult to keep track of what's going on at times. That Red Bull getting ever and ever closer to the Alfa Romeo. You said Alfa Tauri, it's not that. Aaron setting a new fastest lap of 1:11.
Oh, and Gideon locks up, and that is actually now... Did Kyle get past him there? No, he didn't, but it was definitely very close.
Yeah. Which has allowed Philippe and Connor to move up a place.
Oh, and Adrian is also now retired, so we've got 2 DNFs now for the race.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I think Gideon is definitely starting to feel the pressure being applied there by Kyle, and he's starting to make little mistakes. You know, it's hard to stay focused around Monaco all the time, because this track really takes so much concentration.
Yeah, it really does.
Oh, Peter Moore has just... I think they made contact there between him and Alexandre.
Yeah, we're gonna need to see.
And then Peter also reset to track, which is not allowed. So we'll see what happens now. Oh, and then Peter retaliates. Okay, well that is clearly a race ban. You know, that's definitely not allowed.
Yeah,
that will not be tolerated at all. So
Yeah.
Peter will definitely be getting a race ban for that incident.
Yeah, I think also we need to also really check the first incident. But I do agree that is unacceptable.
No, the first
do
incident
need-
was just a tap. That was just a racing incident. You know, it was not
Yeah.
malicious, but the second one was definitely intentional.
Yeah,
So that won't be allowed at all.
fair enough. As we
Kyle has gotten past Gideon in the interim. But it does look
So-
like Gideon has actually gone into the pits again, probably gotten damage again.
Yeah, as we see, looks like Peter Marr going slowly there, I think. Yeah, I think
Yeah.
that's Peter Marr.
Peter has just gone into the pits.
As you see Jasper going across the line, 124.9. As we see Kyle putting pressure on Connor Bergstrom. Could Kyle move up another place into 5th and score some points for his team? It's
My word, at the way that Kyle is driving right now, I would be very surprised if he doesn't even get close to podium today.
Yeah, that'd be, I think, especially if his TP is watching at the moment, his team principal, I think he would be very surprised if Kyle didn't get close to a podium. So yeah, we'll find out at the end of this
Oh,
race.
and he gets it. Both of the drivers getting it a little bit wrong there. I think Kyle was following Connor's racing line, and Connor getting it wrong into the corner, and then Kyle also getting it wrong into that corner. Both of them getting a little bit of damage there.
Yeah,
Now, that's going to obviously affect their downforce.
it's very easy to get it wrong on that corner.
So Noel's currently in 3rd place following the 2 Ferraris. This is brilliant for my team. P1, P2. That's, I mean, I can't ask for more from my guys.
Yeah.
So next week we've got a bit of an off week, and then we've got Azerbaijan that lined up.
We shall definitely see how that goes.
Azerbaijan being another city track. So yeah, I'm sure we'll see interesting things, but at least it's not as bad as Monaco. So Peter Marr has now gotten disqualified from the session.
Yeah, maybe cutting one too many corners looks like.
No, it looked something like wrong direction, whatever, but he would have gotten a disqualification anyways because of the other incident.
Oh yeah, I've had that wrong way thing like 2-3 times. It's somewhat annoying. But them's the rules.
So that's 3 DNFs now from the race.
Yes.
So yeah, that's a lot. Oh, that, and now Joe is also a DNF. So literally, if Brandon can move up just one more spot, he can score himself a point.
Yeah, definitely. I think with Joe, I think he was a lap down already, and I think with 23 seconds. Yeah, I think sometimes people get that kind of amount of.
Yeah, you must never get
penalty
discouraged because you never know what will happen. And the other thing also to keep in mind is, you know, when it comes to end of the season, everything will be looked at. You know, your stats for the season, how many races you've attended, how many races you scored points, how many races you did not finishes in. Everything, you know, will be evaluated by the team principals. And, you know, if you're the type of driver that has a lot of DNFs, that's not gonna, you know, bode well for your profile.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, as we see, I think it's Aaron. Yeah, as we see Aaron rounding the final corner.
Now look at this. Now he's currently 5 seconds ahead of Rafael, but he's got a 6-second penalty. Now Rafael's also got 3 seconds. So as long as he remains above 3 seconds ahead of Rafael, that should still give him the win.
Yeah. But then Rafael needs to be careful because Noel doesn't have any penalties whatsoever.
That's correct.
So he needs to be at least 3 seconds or more ahead of Noel.
That's very, very true. Noel's been, you know, very good at keeping it clean. Noel, he told me himself that that's kind of like the secret to his success. He always drives within his limits and tries to not get any penalties, and you know, it goes to show, you know, him being the championship leader at the moment, penalties can really rough up your standings in the championship.
Yeah, that's very true. Very, very true.
But Rafael also doing really a great job impressing me in this season so far. He's definitely doing fantastic to support the Ferrari team. Oh,
Yeah,
Gideon
he's
is just
definitely-
having a lot of bad luck now. He had such an amazing start and then again gets it
and
wrong in
crashed.
that corner. That's the second time we see him mess up that corner now. You know, this is surprising because, I mean, like, we saw how fantastic he did in the beginning, and now it's just all
Tokyo
going
drift.
awry. Now it's Tokyo drifting here. Now he's got no downforce. Yeah, I think for the most part he's probably given up on this race now. If you look at the way he's driving, he's probably just gonna put it into a wall
It's
someplace.
You know, it's really unfortunate because he was doing really, really well. I think maybe to a degree. Do you think he kind of... I don't want to say the words got spooked by someone passing him again. But, yeah.
No, I think
As he,
you
as
know,
he
that's,
lost it
I
into
think
the-
he's just gotten too frustrated. And I mean, he was in the points. He should have just finished the race. You know, points are always better than a DNF.
Yeah, definitely.
So
as it
now
stands
that will
everybody moved up.
no, they were lucky they did not cue the safety car again for that. So that's fantastic for them then. So now we've gotten 5 DNFs from this race. So that means even Brandon, if he can just finish the race, will get some points.
Exactly. And it looks like I think Alexandra Alves is AlphaTauri, right?
That's correct.
yeah, so it looks like AlphaTauri are going to get some points today, and then Red Bull are going to get double points today, double points finish, which is a positive for them.
Right there, Brandon's now moved up to 10th place.
Ooh.
Lock up there by Noel.
Yeah, it looks like at one point he locked up both the rears. It looked very weird.
But there's so many laps that also have to be completed at Monaco because it's such a quick lap as well. You know, having to concentrate for 39 laps is quite immense. I mean, there's still 15 laps left.
Yeah, I mean, I struggle just with 5. So yeah, 20 and things like that. So yeah, I wouldn't be able to survive for 30 minutes. Aaron doing a tremendous job extending his lead to about 6 seconds over his teammate Rafael Martins.
Yeah, no, he's really running away with it right now. This is definitely Aaron's track right now.
Definitely. And as it stands now, if nobody DNFs now and everybody finishes where they are, everybody will get points.
Yeah, we see a lot of guys that have actually scored a lot of penalties. Connor currently on 12-second penalties, so that's going to cost him a position.
That might actually move him down to 10th, possibly. Probably drop him to about 6.
Yeah, 6th place.
Yeah. But all in all, this race has been extremely close and very entertaining to watch.
Yeah, so you haven't seen this race at all, so this is fantastic because you know you were in the F2 race, so you had no idea what happened in this race. So
yeah, exactly. And I feel like it's good to not view the other race. So if you do commentate, then you kind of seeing it literally for the first time.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's the way I tend to play it. Connor doing a very good job for Mercedes in 5th. I'm sure he'll be looking to catch up to Philippe as well.
Yeah, but currently being 43 seconds behind the guy in 4th place. I mean, and getting 12-second penalties, that's bad.
Yeah.
But I mean, Aaron nearly losing the back end there. Did well to keep it in.
Losing a little bit of time to Rafael, but he's still got his foot planted.
Yes, as we got 12 laps left now. Knowles seems to be catching Rafael at a fair rate of knots. Do you reckon Noel will get back that 2nd place from Rafael?
Well, if he keeps driving consistently like he is, I think it's definitely possible. I think Rafael needs to think about maybe start not necessarily watching his mirrors, but just keep an eye on that Renault behind him, because that Renault looks increasingly fast.
Yeah, he definitely needs to manage the gap between him and Rafael. Otherwise, between him and Noel. Otherwise, Noel will get the position by default.
Yeah, I think it's very interesting that Noel's rocking the Hulkenberg number and driving a Renault, but yeah. As we see, looks like Noel's dropped back a little bit.
I'll be right back.
Copy. As we watch Aaron going through the swimming pool section. So, and I've got a question. Can anyone beat Aaron? We'll find out. We'll find out. But this race has been really, really close, and I'm thoroughly enjoying it. Seems like Noel's starting to catch up to the back of that Ferrari. Raphael better think quick. But yeah, both Ferrari boys are doing a phenomenal job. I think Quentin's going to be well pleased with him. Philippe catching up to Noel, it seems. 1.534 behind, but the thing is that Philippe has 3 seconds, and just as we say that, Noel also has 3 seconds just left to him. So you guys can see literally how badly these guys want this and how hard they're pushing to get it. So yeah, definitely entertaining.
Yeah, now with Noel also scoring a 3-second penalty, it'll definitely thrown a spanner in the works.
Yeah, I know that he won't be too happy with that because, as you said earlier, he's a guy who prefers not to get penalties, and he works his butt off to not get penalties. So yeah. Seems like Charlie Hancock is up into 9th.
Yeah, Charlie currently on 9 seconds, so that's really going to hinder his progress.
Yeah, but at least he'll get a point though, which is good. It's better than no points. I think the person that's impressed me so far this race, or the 2 people that have impressed me so far this race, is not like people in the top 5. It's actually Brandon Smith and Alexandra Alves, because both of those guys have been consistent, and that's the key that you need for this track is consistency.
I don't know if I agree with you on that point, but okay.
No, just because they don't have, they'll make a position simply because the guys around them have penalties, and they've driven a consistent race as well. It might not be the best race, but they'll get more points because other people have penalties.
Jeez, we now are only 8 laps left of this race. And things are still quite dicey at the front.
Raphael closing that gap to 5.7. Can he catch his teammate? We can only assume that we hope so.
Noel seems to be catching up on Raphael though.
Seems like he's got that bit of pace back that he had a bit earlier. Yeah, now he seems to be cutting into that lead that Raphael has over him.
Ooh, look at that move there by Kyle. Very close to Connor.
But then these guys have been close the whole entire race. The fact that they haven't collided with each other while driving so close to each other is absolutely amazing. Shows how much skill they have.
I think Kyle's getting quite frustrated behind Connor here.
As Kyle has a little bit of a look down the inside of Connor. I think we'll definitely see either a move or an attempted move. Oh, as he loses the back end there. That was
Yeah,
unfortunate.
that's going to cost him a little bit of time.
But I'm sure he'll be back right up against the back of that Mercedes in no time. We're watching Alexander on the back of a Renault. I think that's
Ooh.
possibly Jasper.
And Alexandre just hit the wall there.
It's going to lose him a bit of time. Possibly outbroke himself.
At this point in the race, concentration levels are definitely not doing too well.
Oh yeah. Oh, as Kyle getting very close to Connor.
Yeah,
as
their
he-
gap is currently still the closest on the roster at the moment, or the field. Kyle's looking at
he's-
the inside.
oh.
He's considering the inside, but there's no real opportunity there.
I knew that there'd be an
He's
attempted
definitely getting frustrated behind Connor here.
as Charlie Hancock gets 3-second penalty.
And Connor doing well though with the amount of pressure that that's being applied here by Kyle to keep Kyle behind him.
Yeah, exactly. It's all about your mentality when someone is busy trying to attack you the whole time, which is not easy.
I mean, like, Kyle's literally on the back of that Mercedes the entire time.
And they've been like that for the whole entire race, basically.
Yeah, at least a good couple of laps. Alexander Alves also currently gaining on Jasper there.
I think they've been having a bit of a battle. It looks like Alexander's also kind of closing up the gap a bit. As you see Kyle right on Connor's gearbox. Any closer to be inside that gearbox.
Yeah, he's so close, but he can just not get around him.
Yeah, that's always the most frustrating thing, is you in the DRS range, but you can't find a way past.
That's unfortunately the thing about Monaco. It's not a very good track for passing.
Yeah. Do you think Kyle's going to try something in the tunnel?
If he can get close enough, he might be able to have an opportunity here, but
Maybe possibly going into the braking zone, or as you see them going down towards the chicane. Oh,
that's going to cost them now.
That's what happens when you push yourself to
keep in mind, Connor has 12 seconds, so, in actual fact, Kyle already has done enough to get ahead of him, but with him being stuck behind Connor, it's definitely ruining his chances of trying to catch Philippe.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. Because I know that he's frustrated, but I think he just needs to keep his head a little bit and not get too overly frustrated, because that's when mistakes happen, as we just saw now.
Again here, again he
Oh,
has a
that was...
look, but Connor closed the door on him there.
No, that's unfortunate. It's going to cost him a lot of time. That would have been amazing if he had pulled that off, though. That would have been so impressive. But even though he spun at that turn, he's already back within nearly 2 seconds of Connor. So that shows how much pace he has.
Yeah, absolutely.
Ooh. Bit of drifting there from there.
Oh, we're down to the second last lap now. If things are going to happen, they have to happen soon. But Rafael's also scored himself another 3-second penalty, so that would in effect put Noel above him now.
Yeah, unless Noel gets another 3 seconds, then it would actually null and void the 6 seconds that...
Better hope that Noel makes a mistake again then.
Yeah, I think that's what Rafael will be thinking about, is Noel has to make another mistake and get another 3 second penalty.
Charlie really having a hard time of it already on 15-second penalties.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Really not loving Monaco, that's for sure.
Yeah. I think that's the first time he's actually spun this race.
And Philippe has gotten past Noel.
Yeah, it's that corner as you come out the
the tunnel.
Yeah, the tunnel, which is can be quite treacherous at times.
So Rafael's definitely sighing, a bit of relief there, because he was being definitely threatened by Noel there.
Yeah. And while we've been watching the other guys, Kyle's within DRS range of Connor once again. Absolutely amazing drive from him. Oh, he might actually do it, because now Connor's ghosted. Or not? That's strange.
Yeah.
Oh, he's still ghosted.
Connor might have gotten disconnected.
Oh, as we see the Ferrari bend it into the wall. What happened there?
Just a little bit, I guess.
What a win.
Fantastic racing by the two Ferrari boys there for sure.
Well done to the two Ferrari boys. They really deserved it. They worked well together.
And well done to Philippe and Noel also. Fantastic racing. And our debut little Kyle there as well. Fantastic racing by you.
Yeah, making it past Connor finally. Well done. Well done. Sure. So you see the last couple of guys making their way towards the pit straight. And there we go.
That concludes the F1 race. Now we'll see who driver of the day, Aaron Mowat. Fantastic.
That is not surprising, because he was really strong the whole entire day.
Yeah, that was great driving there by him. All right, now we'll quickly have a look at the final grid positions after this podium ceremony. And this would be now the final grid positions after all penalties and stuff have been taken into account. Right, so there we go. So we had Aaron there on the fastest lap as well, winning the race and scoring himself 26 points, maximum points there from the race. His teammate Rafael in second place on 18, Philippe Molin on 15 points in third place, Noel Coleman on 12 points for fourth, Kyle in fifth, 10 points, Connor 8 points, Alexandre 6, Jasper 4, Charlie 2, and Brandon 1, and the rest did not finish or did get disqualified. Now for the F1 leaderboard at the moment, we've got Noel still leading the championship here with 80 points. Next up is Rafael Martins on 43, Charlie Hancock on 41, Aaron Morwatt on 40, and then Connor on 35. And then I'll quickly just show you page 2 also. I'm just going to run through that quickly. And then we'll bring up the Constructors' Championship table at the moment. My bad, sorry. There we go. And Ferrari is currently leading, have now passed Renault. And are currently leading the championship by 4 points. So this is an upset for the season so far. So Ferrari have literally come from third last and managed to take the lead within 3 rounds. That's fantastic work. Alright, so that concludes the racing for today. Thank you very much everybody and have a good evening.
Over the edge, feel like I'm floating through the air. The pain I felt is paid for, all is said and done. Oh, I am restricted, fixed upon the web. I need to kick the habit that my mind is breathing in. Break out, I've got to see. Spent all my life holding all of it closely. I played it innocent, a feel of discontent. I'm finally facing it all, fearless. Burning the bridge that keeps us. I'm here and I'm feeling fearless. Exaggerated, that's what you assume. The story's over now, I must conclude. I am conflicted, watching where I step still, hanging in the balance. Not the life I want to live, I want to take it all. Standing tall, fear outweighed the person you are. Oh, break out, I've got to see. fearless.